Smoky, spicy, absolutely perfect. It's velvety. It's got so much more flavor. We just did a smoked chuck roast and we made crispy tacos out of it. If you guys want to see how we make this, here we go. Today starts out with a smile on the face. Basically, I just wanted a fantastic taco. I didn't want to go to ground beef route, so I thought, what better way to do it than chuck roast? Stay away from kind of like the barbacoa theme. We're just going to use chuck roast, kind of call it like a gringo style taco, right? Use very classic ingredients, not get too deep and rich in the flavors, keeping it classic. We have a chuck roast here. And quickly, what we're going to do is add a Tajin binder. It's got a little lime in it. I'm going to go heavy on that. Both sides. We have our Texas rub, which is basically salt, pepper, garlic powder, and seasoned salt, okay? But let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to add just a little bit more pop of flavor. 1 tablespoon of chili powder. 1 tablespoon of coriander, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and we're just going to give that a mix. Now that blend is done, just remember we didn't add salt, pepper, or garlic because it's in this as well. So we're just going to do a nice heavy coating of this. The recipe for this is available on our website, the Texas rub. Nice heavy coating. And then I'm just looking to come in here and just kind of top it off with this. Flip it over and do the same thing. While this meat is resting and all those flavors come together, let me show you how I started the grill. Grill's hitting about 250. I'm going to shut down the dampers, close those off, kind of like work on that airflow. I've got cheat marks where my stuff goes, hit around that 250 mark. And then anywhere between 250 and 300 day, I'm going to be fine. We're going to shoot around probably 3 hours. Internal temperature will not matter. We're going to end up braising this later on, and we'll see what happens. It's been about 2 hours. I just want to show you this really quick. I don't think there's a better smell, sight, or image in barbecue when you know you're getting that direct heat cooking. You hear that sizzle? That's the fat dripping down. All that smoke flavor plus that charcoal flavor. Perfect. All right, going over the list of ingredients now. We have half of a thinly sliced onion, about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic that's been roughly chopped. I like the taco seasoning. You guys can make your own from scratch, whatever. I got some beef broth, and then we have the jalapeños in juice. I preheated my Dutch oven because I don't want to lose a lot of temperature. So you might hear some sizzle. My oven's on 350. About half of a box. I'm taking all the jalapenos out and just using the juice. I'm going to keep the carrots and all that stuff in there. I had a packet of taco seasoning. It's very similar in my mind. This is actually how I came up with the idea. The Mississippi pot roast, where you add the pepperoncinis in the juice. You add a packet of ranch seasoning. So this is kind of like how I was trying to deviate from there. Let me show you what I'm gonna do now. We have plenty, and I mean plenty of coal left. So now what I'm gonna do is just put these jalapenos on the smoker and let those smoke for a few hours. See that nice color that we got from there? And to that, we're gonna put the lid on. We're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for several hours. When those jalapenos get to where I like them, they're soft, a little more tender, or way more smoky, we're gonna pull those. That's not necessarily a big part of the thing, but I do think it's gonna add fantastic flavor. About 2.5 hours later, we have an absolute beautiful, tender as can be roast. You see how dark it got? I think that just aids in the flavor. I saved some of the sauce. Now the sauce kind of reduced on the sides of the pan. I just added just a touch of beef stock to loosen it up, and that's what we're left with. All that condensed sauce. That's the only thing left after those about the 3 cups of liquid.
And that was covered in the oven,
Yes.
right?
You can go slower. You can do like 300 if you want to and let it cook longer. I didn't see any reason, not to. But all that smoke flavor you got going on, you see underneath that beautiful mahogany color. I like the fatty pieces, so I'm not even worried about taking the fatty pieces out. Try a piece.
Yep.
I'm sure it tastes like beef.
Oh, hot.
Damn.
Good. Am I crazy that it reminds me of brisket?
I don't think so. People call it poor man's brisket all the time. You can cook these like a brisket. I think that jalapeno adds a little bit of acidity, helps cut through the fat. You don't really taste the spiciness coming through it. Look at that.
No, you don't taste. It's definitely not too spicy, but it's like the flavor without the heat.
Man, that's good. All right.
Super good.
To me, this is where the money's at right there. This is your flavor. Oh yeah. Spoiler alert, I haven't even made a taco yet. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Okay, so let's just recap. We got all the beef shredded, got it in plastic wrap, kind of keep it warm as much as I can. A little hot sauce in case we need it, some sour cream, lettuce, hand grated shredded cheese, tomatoes, cilantro, onions, lettuce. These are sliced smoked jalapenos. Remember those jalapenos I was talking about? I know some people like them on the side. I just thought it was a great way to actually just use what you got. Smoked them, and these things, that little extra hint of smoke, I think it's going to be perfect. I'm excited. All right. This is not a queso birria style, so what happens is you got a rough shell. I'll probably do like 3 of them at once. Let's see what happens if I can get some of these kinks worked out on them. Obviously, you can use fresh flour tortillas. I just thought the crispiness, I'm a crispy corn type of guy. A little oil down. A little oil down. Start those frying. All right, we're just using a good peanut oil here. Remember, we're trying to fry and make them crispy. And then I'm gonna add the beef right here, so when we fold it over, it keeps the taco from closing too much. Obviously, hey, if you don't have a griddle, you can definitely throw these in the skillet. And you can also use whatever tortilla you want. If you want to use the ones that are already, fried, that are crunchy, that's up to you. I just love the chew. We've done it in the past. This is just a personal preference, and I absolutely love it. So Just keep frying those. Do you understand why now I added the beef the way I did? I know you're skeptical about it, but you see what I'm talking about? Instead of trying to fry a tortilla without deep frying it and keeping it in the taco form. Oh yeah.
That was the last pack of corn tortillas at the store. And they were a little messed up.
Broken shells. I think we've all had broken cheese. All right, and to finish these off, I'm just gonna do, like I said, kind of like a Supreme style. Each one's gonna be done the same exact way, so let me show you really quick. Sour cream, freshly grated cheese, little tomato, little lettuce, maybe a pinch of cilantro, some onion, and then on mine, obviously I'll just put some of the jalapeños kind of like lined in there like that. Perfect. All right, guys, there you go. To be honest with you, we had one off camera, and I cannot stop smiling ear to ear. You know, you can top it with 1,000 different things. You can even go as far as doing like, you know, maybe like a chipotle, cilantro, lime, crema, something like that. I just went classic. I went gringo. I went tomatoes, lettuce, onion, and sour cream. That's how I like my tacos, so that's how I'm going to eat them. So I wanted the fresh, crispy shells. I like the chew. I like the crunch. Going the extra mile is worth it. If you take if you take chuck and grind it up, you got ground beef. You add your taco seasoning, you got a taco. But to smoke it and braise it and then shred it, and all that's fat, just gives you a whole different mouthfeel.
Good. That is so much better than just ground beef and taco seasoning. Golly. Let me have another bite.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
Dang, babe, those are good.